The weird thing about AI agents is that they make you feel autonomous right up until they need your permission. You give an agent a long task, walk away, and feel briefly evolved. Then you come back 40 minutes later and discover it has been staring at a yes or no prompt the whole time. Nothing broke, nothing failed. The work just stopped because you were not sitting there to click approve. Pushary launched native iPhone and Android apps on Product Hunt today, and the idea is simple enough to be annoying that it was not already standard. Move the approval moment to your phone. Product Hunt describes Pushary as a control panel for AI agents on your lock screen. The new launch adds native mobile apps, QR code pairing from the terminal, one inbox for approvals and questions, and task done alerts from Claude Code, Codex, Cursor, Gemini CLI, Hermes, and Claude Cowork. The product page says per tool policies can auto-approve safe reads, while every decision lands in an audit trail. Pushary's own site frames the pain clearly. The agent froze, waiting for your yes. Through the introvert lens, this removes a very specific kind of social tax, supervision theater. Not social in the networking sense, but social in the attention sense. Running agents today often means pretending to delegate while secretly hovering nearby. You keep a terminal open. You check back between messages. You lose deep work stretches because somewhere, one agent might be asking whether it can read a file. That is not delegation. That is parenting a process with a command line. The useful version of Pushary is not blanket auto-approve. That is just vibes with a blast radius. The useful version is setting the line once. Reads can pass. Low-risk reversible actions can pass. Deletes, force pushes, deploys, network calls, shell commands, and anything that spends money can stop and ask. Pushary says if you do not answer, your rule answers for you. Deny, hand back to the terminal, or wait. That matters because a missed notification should not become accidental consent. I would test this with one boring real workflow. Start an agent on a refactor or content cleanup that normally takes 20 to 40 minutes. Set the policy to auto-approve reads, ask for writes outside the target folder, and always ask for shell or network. Then leave the machine. Do something human. Make coffee, walk around the block, look at a wall luxuriously. The question is not whether the phone notification feels magical. The question is whether the agent finishes more work without dragging your attention back to the terminal. There are two honest concerns. First, lock screen approvals are dangerously easy to treat like notification cleanup. A Product Hunt commenter pushed on exactly that. Approving a risky command from a lock screen can become a reflex. The maker replied that Pushary shows reasoning and diff context when you tap, and policies can decide what gets auto-approved. That is the right direction. Second, context matters. A diff can tell you what changed. It may not tell you whether the agent is still following the original plan. Another commenter asked for approvals that reconnect the pending step to the task's intent. The maker said every approval already carries the last thing you asked. The future approval prompt should not only ask, "Is this command safe?" It should ask, "Is this step still part of the job I actually gave you?" My verdict: worth trying if you already run coding or workflow agents and you keep losing time to frozen prompts. It is less useful if you only run 5-minute tasks. The sweet spot is the person running 2 or 3 agents with enough trust to delegate reads. The bigger signal is that agent control is becoming its own product category. We spent a year asking whether agents could do the work. Now the better question is whether they can keep working without turning the human into a nervous hall monitor. You just stop living inside the loop.